You may be aware that the Journal of Bone and Joint Surgery this past year opened up a whole new section of the journal called the Arts and the Humanities. I mean, some might say finally, others might say, why did it take 30 years to do this? Because arts and science have been so integrally associated. And I think in surgery we particularly get trained to we're science. You do academics based in science. But I was given the privilege of being asked by Mark Swinkowski and the editors there to say, would you be willing to do the opening contribution? I said, absolutely. Yeah. And I entitled it A Look in the Mirror. That's it.
Yeah.
And have you ever had that moment where you're just, you're glancing by, it's a morning, you're brushing your teeth, whatever you're doing, and you just stare at yourself for a second and you look and you think, I am not that 20-something or that 15-year-old, but you see your 15-year-old in your eyes. You see it. Yeah. And then you see like, boom, snap, right? Snap. Yeah. Everything has passed by. Yeah. Have you had that moment? And what's it like? Like, help people understand what that's like. We've all been through it, but I think we experience it slightly differently.
I think I'd come back to that through my ABC travels more.
Yeah.
So one day during ABC travel, I happened to be with this group of people that were incredibly fitness conscious. So if ever there was a time in my life I walked out every day, it was 2015 ABC travels. Doesn't matter how big a night it was, they would wake me, they'd make me go for a run.
Right, and just for folks, again, the ABC Fellowship is this prestigious fellowship where you get to travel, meet top, high flyer orthopedic. I wouldn't say it's up and comers. I think there's, by then you're already, you're mid-career orthopedic surgeons, but it's looking to connect people around the world.
It's American, British, Canadian Traveling Fellowship for, again, listeners. This has been a tradition since 1948.
Right.
Every year there are 7 traveling fellows either going across the pond that way or coming back this way. And I woke up exactly as you say. I always tell everyone, look, all I do, whatever I do, is because I'm incredibly selfish. I'm selfish because I want to look at myself in the mirror, feel good about who I am, which is what I call as internal reward. But let me tell you, till that point in time, I think I was driven largely by external reward. By what my professors told me, what my parents told me, what I thought my kids would like, what I thought my wife would like me to do, what I thought my cousins, my uncles, and whoever. But it's during that one fine day I woke up, as you said, I'm in front of the mirror, I'm thinking about who am I, what am I doing? It so happens that I was 45 at the time. Mm-hmm. The aha moment to me was, I need to care more about what I want, what resonates with me, what do I like. And around the same time, I was reading this concept that my wife sent me about ikigai, the Japanese concept for reason for being.
Right.
Where the intersection of what you're good at, what you get paid for, what you love, and what the world needs intersect. And when that happened, when I thought, look, I was doing things very differently. I mean, in the sense, the traditional publications to whatever. And my research, everything that I was doing was relevant to less than 10% of the world. And I've never looked back. As you rightly say, once we realize your biggest critique, your biggest competition, in my world, there's no competition, collaboration, is that person that you're looking at in front of yourself in the mirror. That's also the person that you should actually make that person really happy. So if you're happy, the people around you are happy. Look, that's it for me. So I want to ask you the same 2 questions you asked me. Because
before you say that, before you do it, I'm going to jump on this one. The point, you start off by saying, I think it's selfish sometimes, or you feel selfish, but isn't it the other way around? Like, I guess maybe I look at it now in my 50s, that isn't it a kindness to be caring about who you are, refueling yourself? Because you on empty batteries goes out in the world. You deal with your partner, you deal with your children on an empty battery, and you aren't the best of you can be. I think it's actually kind to make sure you take care of yourself in a way that gives you a sense of wonder and awe about how amazing it is to be living on Earth. Metaphorical as it may be, to all the other things you can be thinking about. But the truth is, if you're feeling awesome, you spread it. If you're feeling not so awesome, you spread it.
Absolutely.
So how is it, like, I've never understood that concept of, feeling selfish for doing something for me, but that is an absolute narrative in our community of orthopedic surgeons, let's say, but also practitioners and researchers and the whole community that is orthopedics, of thinking that you're it's being selfless that is the pathway. I don't know if that's the case.
No, I think you're absolutely right. I mean, this is what I tell people when I say I'm selfish. I want them to think, what drives you needs to be what's meaningful for you.
Yeah.
If it's what's meaningful for you, if that means it's selfish, or if it's being kind to yourself or generous to yourself, that's what it is. So as a chair now, I'm thinking, you and me were very quantitative people. We're not qualitative.
Data.
But guess what, though? What the world needs is qualitativeness.
Yeah.
Kindness has no measure. Generosity has no measure. But if you ask me if there's an award that I could give an institute in my department, we're actually working on it. It's going to be an award for generosity and kindness.
That's brilliant.
And if you think about that, first, apply that to yourself. Be kind to yourself. Be generous with yourself. And apply that to everybody around. We will build stronger, better departments, stronger, better world. We'll be a stronger, better role models for our own children. Because at the end of the day, it's about your kids. Your kids watch you, and there's enough research now. It doesn't matter which university you send your children to, Harvard, Stanford versus where I trained in India. Mm-hmm. I think I am who I am by the life experiences, largely being exposed to me by my parents and those around me, the community around me, right? And I think that's what we're due as leaders to those around. First of all, they watch you and they go, I don't want to be like that if we're one of those. Rather, if we're kind and generous to ourselves, that's what's going to spread around.